I got to have a conversation about Bobby Firmino because I think he's a hot topic right now amongst us Liverpool fans, and a lot of people are questioning if Bobby still has it, if Bobby still has that drive, that passion, that energy that made him such a favourite amongst us Liverpool fans. In fact, it's no secret he's my favourite Liverpool player. But I want to talk about Bobby from a couple of aspects. I want to talk about his goal scoring form, and I want to talk about what else Bobby Firmino does. Because if you look at Jurgen Klopp, he said if Bobby Firmino was an orchestra, I think he played 12 different instruments, something along those lines. And there's no denying that when Jurgen Klopp first came into the club, I've said this over and over again, Roberto Firmino and Adam Lallana were so key to the press that Jurgen Klopp, that gegenpressing system that Klopp first brought to Liverpool. But I've never liked the idea of Roberto Firmino being compared to, let's just say, an Aubameyang or, a natural centre forward, an Aguero, a Kane, somebody like that. And often the time that stick has been used by Liverpool fans and non-Liverpool fans to beat Bobby Firmino with because he doesn't score enough goals. It's important to remember that Bobby Firmino is not a centre forward. And what I would like to see right now with the system we have at Liverpool, and I've said this numerous times, I'd like to see him drop back into that central attacking midfield position because he's naturally coming deep these days, whether that be to give Mohamed Salah or Sadio Mane a bit more space or to just link up the play between midfield and attack. It almost feels like a natural fit now, particularly with Thiago in that midfield. Having Firmino there as an option for Thiago to be able to pick out between the lines, I think he'd probably be able to do better work with less pressure on him. Yes, he'll pop up with the odd goal maybe from a corner here or a strike from outside the box, but I've never liked the idea of his contributions being measured in just pure goals. But I feel that while he's always our number 9, for want of a better term, that's how he's going to be judged. And I don't think that's fair on him, and I don't think that's fair, I suppose, on us as fans as well, because we probably have a right to expect a number 9 to score more goals. So this is a bit of a contradictory conversation, but hey, look, that's our joy as football fans, isn't it? We're allowed to contradict ourselves. I just think right now, Bobby Firmino is lacking confidence. He doesn't look the Bobby Firmino we've seen. Some people are putting that down to maybe tiredness or his age. I can't give you the answer to that because I'm not in Roberto Firmino's mind. I don't know what's going on inside his head. But I think now seems like a perfect time where I'd like to see Liverpool switch to a 4-2-3-1 with Firmino in that attacking midfield role and Mohamed Salah playing as a lone striker through the centre. Do we need to go out and buy a number 9? For the longest time, folks, I've said no. For the longest time, I've thought Roberto Firmino does a job there, and we had loads of goals from Salah, loads of goals from Mane, but all clubs and all teams need to evolve. And I'm wondering now, do we need like an Erling Haaland? Do we need somebody who can go out and get you 20-25 goals a season? Will that take some of the pressure perhaps off Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah? I don't know. Maybe Klopp just doesn't want to play with an out-and-out number 9. Again, there is that argument, although he did play that way with Lewandowski when he was at Dortmund, when he had him there. And there are links to Haaland, rough links from Liverpool. Look, you're going to see every major club in Europe link with young Erling Haaland. Chelsea today, the latest one linked. Manchester City will no doubt be looking at him as a potential Aguero replacement long term as well. So for Bobby Firmino, for me, is it right to criticise him right now? Probably yes. Roberto Firmino's form isn't as good as Roberto Firmino's form should be and what he's capable of. But I've never, as I said earlier, I just don't feel comfortable with him being judged from just what he does as a number 9 with regards to goals. So I think if we drop Firmino a bit deeper, maybe go into the market in the summer, bring in a striker, Patson Daka, somebody who's been linked with the club. I still don't feel comfortable with the fact we move Ryan Brewster on. People are going to tell me he's doing nothing at Sheffield United, and I'm going to say back to you, wrong system, they're not getting the best out of him. I still believe there's an out-and-out goal scorer there. We've got young Glatzel as well. He's had a couple of serious injuries that have pegged him back a little bit, but we don't have a natural finisher at the club, a natural poacher. And I wonder if with Jurgen Klopp now starting to perhaps build his second team and starting to look towards the next generation with Curtis Jones, with with Sepp van den Berg, with Billy Comedio, so many other good, Queven Kelleher, Nico Williams, so many other good young players that are coming through. Is it now time to perhaps look at changing our tactics a little bit and going out and bringing in an out-and-out number 9? Now look, this video is mainly about Roberto Firmino because I think there's still legs in Bobby. I think he can still bring a lot to this team. The way we play, we need to defend from the front, and Firmino's really important in that. His pressing game is phenomenal. The work rate that he puts in, even when he's not playing well, he doesn't hide. That's another thing I like about Bobby Firmino. But I think it is fair to say that he hasn't lived up to his own high standards. But, you know, I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section if you're watching this video back. Do you think that Bobby Firmino is finished at Liverpool? Which I hope you say no to, because I love Bobby Firmino and I want him here. Do you think he should be dropped into the central attacking midfield role? Or where would you like to see Liverpool play Firmino that try and get the best out of him? Because we know when he's at his best, when he's doing the flicks, when they're coming off, when he's scoring his no-look goals, there's nobody else that makes me smile as much as that beautiful Brazilian lunatic. He's great. I love having him at the club, but you know, we are struggling to score goals at the minute as a football club, and whether that's because we've had to drop two of our best midfielders back into playing centre back, and whether that's because Mohamed Salah has maybe burnt out a little bit because of the amount of football he's had to play over the past few years without a real break. I still believe that he was rushed back to well, he maybe rushed himself back to try and, you know, he's a proud Egyptian. He wanted to play in the World Cup for Egypt, so I still think he's recovering from that. And then we have Sadio Mane over on the other side as well, who, again, like Mohamed Salah, like Roberto Firmino, has played an awful lot of football without a break. Yes, we have Diogo Jota, who's unfortunately injured at the minute, and I'm hoping that when he comes back in, that maybe sparks Bobby Firmino into life, because I've seen somebody in our chat say to me that they think maybe Roberto Firmino's gotten a little bit comfortable because Diogo Jota hasn't been around, and you know, Bobby Firmino knows that he's probably going to play now week in, week out till at least Jota's back, because quite frankly we don't really have enough cover. So I want to get your thoughts on that as well, because there's no denying that Jota has hit the ground hit the ground running better than many of us would have expected, and you know, scored a lot of important goals for us, and those goals are sorely missed right now. So I'd always love the idea of maybe having a midfield of, say, Henderson, Thiago, Bobby in the attacking midfield role, Salah through the centre, Jota maybe off to the right, Mane off to the left. I mean, I think that can do damage, and yes, you'll still have to rotate that, but you can supplement that with players like Keita, Shaqiri, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Curtis Jones, of course, as well, and that will give us options in that, what I like to think of as a diamond of a front four. I do think that the 4-3-3 system for Liverpool right now, for whatever reason, isn't working. I don't know if we've been found out. I don't know if the way we're attacking is too obvious. But again, I want to just try and find a way that we can get the best out of these players. And I think getting Salah through the centre, having Jota and Mane, you know, in behind with Roberto Firmino, I think that does the job for me. And it's something I'd love to see. So again, look, ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to get your thoughts on this. As always, if you have enjoyed the video or any of our videos, do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. A huge thank you to our sponsors, Boyle Sports, as always, for everything that they've done for us here on Anfield Agenda. And we have a lot of stuff coming up. If you don't know, we've launched the podcast recently as well. You can find that on Spotify, on Acast, on iTunes. Just search Anfield Agenda. We usually put up a new episode on there every Wednesday as well. As I said, I'm recording this on Monday, so tomorrow we'll be doing the latest Anfield Agenda podcast with myself, Steve Bland and Jack Gill, so please do check that one out as well. We put a few clips up on the channel, but mainly most of the content on that will be audio, and it will be available on iTunes and Spotify. As you know, watch alongs of every Liverpool match as well here on Anfield Agenda. And again, shout out to our second channel, Mundo Sporto, which we started in the past couple of months and it's already past 7,000 subscribers. So again, thank you for that. We do watch alongs of non-Liverpool games over there. We're going to do some NFL, some darts, stuff like that as well. So look, I wanted to just take this chance as well to say thank you to everybody for your continued support. Hope you like the new studio, because I have to say every time I look at it I smile. So massive shout out to Drawdy for helping us with that one as well. And look, most importantly, thank you to each and every one of you, because without you, Anfield Agenda wouldn't have a community and wouldn't continue to grow and to attract new Reds to our platform. So look, lots of love to all of you. As always, stay safe, follow your guidelines from your local governments, but most importantly, up the Reds.